everybody. I'm Tina.
And I'm Priscilla.
And we are the Sensei Sisters. It's weird because we're opposite today because we're in Priscilla's car. And so it's kind of strange. But
there's
anyway,
a puddle. So we
couldn't get to my car because there's a lake in front of
it. It's wet.
We have a product review for you. We want to talk to you today about L-Theanine. And we'll post some pictures in the comments so you can see exactly what we're talking about. But we have both been exposed to L-Theanine because our children are ADHD. And we are as well, and our husbands are as well, and pretty much everybody in our family is ADHD. And our mom is the one that actually told us about it. She read an article years ago, many years ago, about how the people in Japan give their ADHD kids L-Theanine. It's natural.
Yeah, they drink a lot of tea. And also, I think in Great Britain, they found as well, the countries where there is higher consumption of tea was where they saw a difference in the kids, right?
Yeah.
In their focus, and they had less diagnoses of ADHD in those areas, which was really remarkable. And that's what they figured out, that the L-Theanine, which is a compound that comes from the tea, is what contributes to helping the brain to orders you. When you think about,
I feel like you're off the camera.
When you think about
we're spread out further,
how your brain works, you have these synapses, and it's like if you picture like a string with little bumps along the way. Your neurons travel, through your brain. You got these synapses. Your thought processes goes from one to another like a little train track. And when you have ADHD, it's like one of those train yards where all the train tracks go over each other. It's like that. And so there has to be an order or your trains will crash. And so that's why,
it's true though.
That's why when you're trying to have a conversation and the lady at the table behind y'all has a holographic purse and you can't focus on what Tina's talking about.
Yeah.
That's, ADHD. Welcome to
She
my
obviously
world.
didn't take her Theanine today.
I did. I actually did. I need to start taking double.
And that's a good thing about it, though, is that you can actually take more than one and it won't hurt you because you're not taking a narcotic. Right. So my personal story about it is that both our kids, as I said, were ADHD. And my youngest could... When we first got the diagnosis, they prescribed,
Adderall?
Actually, he was on the patches. I'm trying to remember what they were called. But he wore patches because he was real little when he was diagnosed with ADHD. So we ended up doing the patches for a long time. And that worked. It didn't seem to drug him up to the point that he was a zombie. But unfortunately, his skin would get irritated. And so then as he got older, the doctor said we need to switch him to oral. And they put him on Adderall. And Adderall caused all of these tics. And if you've ever had anybody that has a tic, it was just random things like stretching his neck, to grunting, and snorting almost, clearing his throat constantly. Remember at Dad's funeral, he kept clearing his throat, and people thought he was just being annoying, and it was a tic. He couldn't. And if you call attention to the fact that somebody's ticking, it makes it even worse because then they're trying to control it and they lose control. And so I was extremely concerned. He had the blinking eyes too. Remember that? And it was just scary. So after a couple of months of dealing with that, I said, that's it. I told his doctor, I said, he is not taking anything anymore because this is ridiculous. They wanted to put him on an anti-tic medicine. And I'm like, seriously? No, you're not giving my child any more drugs. And so my mom...
dog is on an anti...
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
ADHD.
Yeah. Well, so long story short, Mom had bought the L-Theanine for herself because she felt like she was not focusing. And she said, why don't you try that? So we tried it. And we said, let's not give it to him for a few days and see if we notice the difference. And then we were ready to go crazy with how wild he was for a couple of days. So we said, okay, definitely need to put him back on the L-Theanine. And I have to say, the ticks that developed, and I've done a lot of research about ticks, and sometimes once ticks are awakened in your body, in your brain or whatever, they never go away. And that seemed to be the case, because even after he got off the Adderall, he still had those ticks. But when he started taking the theanine, the ticks went away. And to this day, 22 years old now, the theanine is what makes the ticks go away. If the ticks come, take the L-Theanine, the ticks go away. And the focus is better too.
Yep.
So, I know you had a similar experience.
Yeah, well, once Tina had positive reaction with the L-Theanine, my kids, my oldest was she's older, and so she was further along in school and stuff, and she's like she's super structured and very independent, and she is, she's high functioning with it, so like she works around it, and she fights it off on her own, but I've tried to do that, but at some point, you got to realize what's going on, and I had no idea she had any issues with it until she was an adult. My second child was more, classic symptoms, very active. We always said that was my danger child, like, so it's like, and there was a teacher who said, I think that there is this learning disability that might fit these symptoms, and I was like, no, that's ADHD. So I was like, well, let's start the L-Theanine and try it here and see if this works, and it did. And if they don't get it,
if you don't take it,
they know.
You realize how much it's helping, right?
And now my third child, she's on L-Theanine as well. She takes a chewable because she doesn't like to swallow stuff. The older ones, they can swallow pills, so that's not an issue. But the third one, she really hates swallowing stuff, so she takes a chewable. And we're saying it's a product review, but it's a supplement review, really, because there's a lot of different brands. And neither of us has found that there's any, the ones we've tried, there's not like a best brand per se, but we're going to share some pictures in the comments with y'all of ones that we've used that have worked well for us. And another one that I might, I'll find a picture of and add it, but you know what, I'm not going to add a picture because y'all are going to go looking and it's not available, is the brand Ollie. If y'all have seen Ollie, it comes in the square jars. I love their stuff. We were using their stress. It's called Goodbye Stress. They also have ones for sleep and stuff. My experience with melatonin for sleep is that melatonin becomes addictive and you can't go to sleep on your own once you're on it. Also, it can cause hallucinations and it actually can disrupt. You can have fitful sleep when you're on melatonin, depending on what your brain chemistry is like. So I try to avoid melatonin for our family, just because not good experience with it. But the Ollie's Goodbye Stress has L-Theanine and GABA and lemon balm. Lemon balm is excellent for sleep, but it has that L-Theanine in it too. And so my 13-year-old been taking this chewable L-Theanine, but she was still feeling a lot of anxiety on days when she had math exams, and so we added the stress gummies as well. So that gave her a little extra L-Theanine plus the other elements that are calming. So working those together is awesome. So we'll share with y'all some pictures of those things, but that stress one is not available right now in that gummy format. They have a capsule that's like a gel cap with the liquid in it if you can swallow pills. And that one also has ashwagandha. It's a whole nother story. Something else I like, but check out L-Theanine if you need more focus, just clarity and stuff. I take it every day. For a while I was only taking it when I had Zumba classes to help me remember my choreography. Now I take it every day, and my class will tell you I don't always remember all my choreography anyway, but It helps. It helps me just to stay, you know, to keep my clarity and stuff.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yep.
L-Theanine. You can actually get it at Walmart. Priscilla gets it at the vitamin shop.
Vitamin shop.
And Whole Foods has it. So check it out. Definitely if you're having issues with attention deficit, or your kids are, or ticks, try it. You know, ticks can be caused by a number of different things, and the L-Theanine might help. Anyway.
So let us know.
Yeah.
If you try it and you like it, let us know if you.
Yeah, please do let us know. I've recommended it to so many people because I just think that the drugs they're giving kids for ADHD are just so dangerous. Yeah. So I don't condemn anybody for doing it. I don't condemn anybody for giving their kids prescriptions for that, because I know that some kids...
It's hard for them to function without it.
I mean, my kids struggled so bad in school until we got that under control. But if the L-Theanine works for you and your kids, it's awesome. So for now, make yourself a priority.
Take care of you.
Bye.
Bye.